are going to learn about cylinders today. So a cylinder is a cylindrical prism. Well, so how do I want to say this? A prism with a circular base. There we go. So a cylinder with a circular base. So our height would be this long side of the cylinder, and our radius is that dotted line, that halfway, the length of halfway of that circle. Okay, so if we think about the shapes that make up the net of a cylinder, well, it would just be, if I were to roll this out, think about when you roll out wrapping paper. You roll it out of a circle and it turns into a rectangle. So when you're taking, that's just this center part here. So this middle part that's wrapped around the cylinder of your wrapping paper makes a rectangle. And then your two tops are just going to be circles. So that's what a net would look like. So the bases are circles and the lateral face is a rectangle. Okay. So then what we're going to do is the surface area of a cylinder. So the surface area of a cylinder is the sum of these areas of the bases and the lateral face. So we're going to label the dimensions on the net below, and then we're going to use that to help us figure out a formula. So what is the area of the bases? So what is the area of a circle? 2 pi.
Radius is pi.
Yep. So it's going to be 2 pi r squared. That's because it's pi r squared. This is a circle, but there's 2 of them. So that's why it's 2. Okay?
I was going to ask why it's squared.
Yep. Now that's why there's a 2 there, because there's 2 circles. Okay. Then we have the lateral face. So what's the area of a rectangle?
Base times height. Base.
So this is where it'd be base times height. Okay? Length times width. But here's what we have to think about. My length is going to be, or my width is going to be easy because that's just going to be my height. However, when we're working with this, we have to think about what is this length. We don't know what this length is because that is what we connect around this circle.
Wouldn't it be the circumference?
Be the circumference of a circle, which is what? Your circumference formula is 2 pi r.
Yeah.
So then what our rectangle, our lateral face, it's going to be 2 pi r times our height. So what's our surface area formula then? What do I do with these 2 formulas? Add them together. So I'm going to take my circle bases, so 2 pi r squared, and add that to my lateral face of 2 pi r h. Exactly.
Hieroglyphics.
Okay.
Notes yesterday was really hard.
That's because they were out of order.
We had notes.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to find the surface area of our cylinders. So I'm going to need to know what my radius is and my height. So what's my radius?
8 centimeters.
What's my height?
18.
So my surface area then is 2. We're going to use pi as 3.14 times my radius squared. So 8 squared plus 2 times 3.14 times 8 times 18. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to take 2 times 3.14 times 64, because 8 squared is 64. So I'm going to multiply those three numbers together. Okay. Good. What'd you get? Yeah. 401.92. Well, I'm just going to take 2 times 3.14 times 8 times 18. You should have gotten 904.32. And then we just add those two things together. 0.24 centimeters squared.
That is a lot of centimeters.
So all we're doing is we're just plugging in two numbers into our formula. Do we see where we get our two numbers from?
Yes.
Zoe, are we doing okay over there?
I can remember the formula. Sorry.
Do we have any questions on this front side?
Is there any way to make the process shorter?
No. This is the short process. Would you like to see the long way?
No. Nothing. There's a long.
Okay.
Actually, I'd not like to see it.
Okay.
No.
Do it. Okay.
It's kind of. I wonder.
I need you guys to be quiet.
Yeah. You just
Shh.
multiply.
I need you guys to be quiet so we can finish this up.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so then on the back side here, we're gonna do the same thing. The long way is to find the area of this, find the area of this, and then find that area of that rectangle, and then add them all together. So you'd be doing it in a you'd be doing everything we're doing just separate. Okay, so what's my radius? What's my height? Plug it into my formula. So I have 2 pi, so 3.14 times 3 squared, which yes turns into 9, plus then I have 2 times 3.14 times 3 times 14. Okay, I'm going to multiply these together, So then I'm going to get 56.52 plus I add those together and I'm going to get 320.9. 0.28 feet squared. Wait, what?
Oh.
Okay, do we have any questions on number 2? What do I notice about number 3?
That you have to divide 14 by 2.
It gives me my diameter, so to get my radius, I just take 14 divided by 2, so that gives me 7. What's my height? 4. Okay, then I just plug in to my equation. 2 times pi times 7 squared plus 2 times pi times my radius times my height. All I would need to see for you guys is this formula plugged in. I don't have to see this middle step here. So then I have 2 times 3.14 times 49, because that's what 7 squared is. And then I'm going to take 2 times 3.14 times 7 times 4. And I'm going to get 175.84. Then I'm going to take 2 times 3.14 times 49. And I'm going to get 307.72. And then what's going to be my surface area? Okay, what questions do we have? Okay, look at numbers 4 and 5. Do we have any questions on how we would do numbers 4 and 5?
No.
What would my radius be for number 4?
4.5.
4.5. Because I got that from taking my diameter and dividing it by 2. And my height would be 7. Okay, what would my radius be for number 5?
12.5.
It'd be 12.5 because I have to take 25 and divide that by 2. And that leaves me with a height of 9. Good?